And in today society, there's this same aluminum that they're putting in the air here. There's a certain content, in our foods and our waters and cosmetics and whatever. But when you look at the magnitude of these chemicals in our air, no one can escape it. This is something that we have to deal with. And you can see now, all of my horizon is turning reddish purple. And I grew up to believe that this was a beautiful sunset. And this has been done before I was ever born. So the majority of the people that's going to be seeing this, which I don't really expect very many to ever see this. The School of Self-Applied Prevention is designed to be very small. Right here you can see the jet with the altered sprayer. I don't know if one side of his jet is low on chemical or his sprayer is just partially clogged. But I kept an eye on this guy all evening because I thought it was kind of neat that I kept seeing him. And there he is again coming through, and we'll get to see him probably later too. And I noticed him earlier, but his one side is really getting bad now. And make a special note of this to these guys. You're going to find these people that just absolutely demand that you believe these are commercial jets. And when you can find one that has a spatial pattern to him because he's got a mechanical problem, or maybe you've got binoculars that you can see he's a certain type of jet, and within 5-10 minutes you can tell the same guy's back. And so don't let anybody try to fool you, that this guy's just going in one direction. This guy will be back. He's been back all evening. I'm just getting some little better pictures of him. Maybe he's a little lower or what have you here, but these guys are turning around and they're coming back. And for those that's got better cameras, that can put it on a tripod, I'm sure there's cameras out there you can zoom right up and take a nice picture of these guys. And the people that fly an airplane, once they know what these things are, they can just look out their window and watch them. And in the book you're going to see some really nice pictures of a man that did just that. He carried a nice camera in the cockpit, and while he was flying around up there he was snapping pictures. And so in the beginning of the book you'll see some of these really nice pictures. And why this evening's winding down, if you got your book handy, you'll notice on the front page of the book I have a picture, and up in the top of this picture you can see the sun, and at the bottom half of the picture you see a layer. I mean, it's a very, very distinct layer. And then above this layer you can see these chemtrails, or these trails left by jets. And so once these guys put down this perfect layer of chemical, they don't even stop. They're still up there putting in certain types of chemicals. To put the cloud cover down that you see on this front page, this is the cloud cover that changes the weather. And once they've got that down, then they can go up and play above that and put in the spatial seeding materials, or the HARP type program you're going to read about, where they can manipulate these clouds and pull them. On the screen now you can see the jets are about gone. I mean, it's getting close to dark. The trails have all turned into just a mud. It's just a pile of chemical in the air. As the sunset shoots through the chemicals, you get to see pretty colors. you know, all the reflective colors of the chemicals that's in there. But the jets are gone. You know, you can just find one here and there because the pattern has now moved so far away from me that they're making their turnarounds, and I'm not seeing them behind me much anymore. So as this evening wears down, you know, I'm just going to be out there by myself. You know, why the sun was up and running. You know, there's a lot of company out there for these, you know, these jets doing their programs. But you know, as it ends here, you know, when the jets are totally gone, then I'll be calling it quits for the night. And on my lunch break at work tomorrow, I'll go out in the parking lot and I'll shoot just a few minutes. Down here pretty soon. Anyway, on the front page of the book, that's just one of my favorite pictures. You just can't get a better picture in my mind. The cover is between us and the sun. It's laid down in a manner so scientific, you know, that I couldn't explain it. But they know how to manipulate these chemicals so they just get in layers. And this layer is so thick, you know, that when we look up, you know, we can't see these jets, you know, once they've got it filled in like that. You know, we don't know what they're flying up there. We don't know what they're doing. Some sources say they do this so that satellites can't, you know, peek down at us, you know. And, you know, I don't know that I buy that so much, except maybe, you know, if, you know, we're trying to look in on an enemy, you know, maybe if the enemy has this capabilities that they would do it. But, you know, in this world, I believe, you know, there are very few enemies when it comes to the people that have the power to manipulate the skies. You know, these people, I think, are one. I don't think there's, when you get into this type of situation, I think countries make a little difference. I believe these people are of the world. The world is behind them, paying the bill. The world believes in these guys, you know, whether it be the Pentagon or the UN or, you know, Russia, China, Japan, whoever it may be. I think they do it as one. You know, it's something that they believe in. So, you know, you're gonna, when you look on the internet, you'll find, you know, so many ideas of what, you know, people, you know, think is happening. And if you got your book in hand now, as you just turn the pages, and, you know, hopefully, you know, maybe you've read it by now. But on page 6, you know, I come straight out and tell you, facts are fiction. I mean, what I believe after watching and looking at this stuff for years, you know, no way are you gonna believe the same as I do. You know, what I take as a fact based on people I've talked to, and you know, people that's been a part of these programs. You know, you're never going to be able to talk to these people, and who knows if they told me the truth. And, you know, maybe you'll have contacts with people or relatives that, you know, have done this in the past or are doing it now. I mean, everybody's going to draw their own conclusions.